In this video, I'm going to give you the easiest way to mastering the London Killzone session, and ICT himself has acknowledged this exact strategy, so let's get straight into it. First of all, we're only going to be trading USD correlated pairs because I've tried it on pairs like GBP USD and Euro USD and it works best on those. We're only going to be trading from 7:45 AM onwards UK time because we're going to be looking for trades in the London Killzone. And guys, I'm going to give you a price action masterclass, so make sure you watch all the examples. So essentially this strategy is going to be liquidity sweep on the higher time frame, such as the 15-minute time frame, dropping down to the 1-minute time frame to look for an order block and or an FVG, a fair value gap, to enter our trades off. Now I'm going to go straight into the strategy because I want to show you guys the real chart examples, and this has been happening for the past 3 days on GBP USD. And another very important point when it comes to this system is that you need to have your sentiment, you need your overall bias before you jump into trading. We all want that high risk reward system, but first we need to work on our win rate and winning the trades. How do we win the trades more often? We want to be trading in the direction of the correct market sentiment. So first of all, we want to find our overall bias. So to simplify it, we want our draw on liquidity identified before we're jumping in a trade. A brief description as to what we're going to look for when we jump on the charts. Ideally before 7:45 we want to see some sort of consolidation. Before 7:45 we also want to identify our overall trend. So let's say the market has been pushing to the downside, making bearish structure and bearish order flow. We ideally want to jump in sells. So first of all, we want to see these highs get swept because we are trading to the downside and we are expecting highs to get taken before we push lower. So as you can see, price has taken out those highs to the left on the 15-minute time frame. Then simply we're going to follow the plan and drop down into the lower time frames, such as the 1 minute, look for an order block or a fair value gap to trade off, and we're going to go into more detail. And also a quick reminder, join me in the live trading signal dream if you want to trade live with me every single day. As you can see, with smash and take profits, I'm going to be sending out more analysis and more market outlooks every single day, and I'm also sending weekly market breakdown videos every week, and there will be one sent out today, so make sure you join. And also if you want some free sauce, make sure you go ahead and join the simplified ICT community. As you can see, this is the official link right here. All the links will be linked down below. And also remember to join the funded fast service. The link to this will be down below if you want to get a guaranteed funded account with a 100% money back guarantee. We have never failed a challenge before, and we will pass the challenge for you and get you on that live funded stage. And you also get access to the signal room for completely free once you join the funded fast service. And make sure you go ahead and join the funded fast EA. Seats are limited for this, so make sure you go ahead and apply right here on this group. So as you can see, straight away we had an impulse down and an impulse back to the upside. After this impulse we had a follow through, making a higher low, right, and then we got another push to the upside, right. So as you can see, we have broken structure to the upside and we've made relatively equal highs in this area right here. Now prior to 7:45, again, ideally you want to see price consolidating or building up obvious areas of liquidity. Now directly to the left, you can see we do have this old low right here. Remember, the main thing is that we sweep this liquidity and then look for potential signs that we're going to be moving to the upside on the lower time frame. Remember, on the 15-minute we want to get that liquidity sweep, and then on the 1 minute that's where we actually zoom in and look for those entries. So let's see what happens when the 15-minute sweeps that low. So now let's drop down to the 1 minute time frame and let's see what the price action is looking like. Remember, we want to be looking for an order block and or a fair value gap to trade off on the 1 minute time frame. And the best case scenario is that we get a break of structure and then we get to trade off the order block. Otherwise, we can wait for that clean order block to form and then trade in the direction of the potential break of structure that will occur. Now I'll explain this in more detail on the 1 minute time frame. So as you can see, we have this obvious high right here. So that's ideally a high that I would like to see a market structure shift from or a change in sentiment from. But as you can see, we do have a down candle and a few up close candles right here. Does this make it a valid order block? No, I wouldn't be looking for a trade off this order block right here, because what's stopping price from just taking out this low and then moving back up to the upside? So this would not be an order block that I would be looking to trade off. As you can see, price did tap into that candle right there, and then we got a move to the upside. Is it the most impulsive break of structure with lots of displacement? No, as you can see, it just about closed above. But what have we created with these three impulsive candles right here? We've created a fair value gap, and in line with this fair value gap is this order block right here. So this would be an area that I would definitely be looking to trade off. And as you can see, in line with around 50% of this order block is that last low that was swept on the 15-minute time frame. So that's even more confluence added to this trade. So what I do in this situation is I'd set a limit or watch price action in this area right here and place my stop loss below the low. Now, you can place a stop loss directly underneath this low, or you can give it some room, give it some space to see what happens. As you can see, price has tapped into that area right here. We've got a bit of a bullish reaction, and as you can see now, we are starting to maintain higher lows in the market. As you can see, we have a low here, we have a higher low, and we also have another higher low. So these are good signs so far. Again, you can see price is tapping into this sort of order block area right here with a bigger bodied candle. You can also see that we have this fair value gap with candle 1, candle 2, and candle 3, which price has filled in. Now let's see if we can clear these relatively equal highs that price has created. Now this isn't the cleanest possible setup on the 1 minute time frame, but we have to be able to adapt to different market conditions, because if we know the market is going to be moving up, we do want to be profiting off that move. Now let's just move up to the 15-minute time frame to see where we can target. Now let's just see what price does. As you can see, it's moving up and it smashes that take profit right there. You just caught a 1 to 4.5 risk to reward trade right there. You could have passed your challenge with that. You could have made very good profits with that. So once you catch a solid trade like this, walk away. You do not need to be trading again for that day. You will pass your funding challenge in under 14 days, 100% guaranteed, or you don't pay a single penny. 98% of traders fail their funding challenges, spending over $4,500 on average, so don't let that be you. We've helped hundreds of people pass their funding challenges even if they failed many times before. Look at our track record. We passed Tim's funding challenge even though he had no prior experience. Carl got funded $100,000 in trading capital and made over $2,000 in profits in his first month. You can get funded with prop firms and get access to capital anywhere from $10,000 to $400,000, and you can keep up to 90% of the profits. It's a zero risk investment. If we fail the challenge, you get a full refund. However, we've never failed a challenge, so you will be funded 100% guaranteed. Get on this whilst it's still available. Click the link and take action now. So now let's get into the next example. Now again, you can see we're on the 15-minute time frame. Now looking at our overall bias, we have been dropping for a while now. What are the chances that price is going to continue dropping versus the probabilities of price starting to have a bit of a pullback to the upside? Because as you can see right now in this area on the 15-minute time frame, we have created relatively equal lows. Now currently at 745, price has swept those lows. So as you can see, we did have consolidation in this area right here. Price has swept those lows. So what are the chances that we are going to get a reversal to the upside? And in addition to this, again on the 15-minute time frame, just look to the left, right? You can see we have tapped also into a valid fair value gap with candle 1, candle 2, and candle 3, and from this area we had a massive impulse to the upside. So this is definitely an area that price will be sensitive to. So that's why price has tapped into the mean threshold of this area, and we could potentially see a reversal to the upside on the lower time frame, such as the 1 minute. So now let's go ahead and drop down into the 1 minute time frame and look for that reversal pattern to the upside. So straight away you can see we have been making lower highs and lower lows. So the order flow at the moment is bearish, but from this area right here you can see we have created this order block. It's not the best order block because as you can see we are still bearish, so price can go straight through this, but let's just see if we get a reaction from this area. And as you can see, price did just about take out those lows right there, but then we got a massive impulse to the upside. Now what's this telling us? Okay, we have a break of structure to the upside, and now we also have this order block right here, this bearish candle before this up move with loads of buy side imbalance in the same sort of area. So let's just set limits on this area, or watch price when it comes down into this area. You could set alerts, whatever works for you. Place your stop loss below this low, because as you can see we have sort of created relatively equal lows in this area, which I don't really like, but it still created a valid reversal pattern, so this would be an area that I would be looking out for. And as you can see, price taps into this area right here, takes out another set of liquidity on the 1 minute time frame. Now let's see if we get that reversal to the upside and we get out of drawdown in this area right here. And as you can see, pushes to the upside, straight away taking out this set of liquidity right here. What would this be? Around a 1 to 1.4. There's nothing wrong with taking profits at around a 1 to 1 to 2, but again, zooming out to the 15-minute time frame, looking at that external range liquidity. And remember, price had been tanking the previous day, so again we are expecting price to carry on moving to the downside. However, we did catch this reversal to the upside, and that's why it's very important finding the sentiment, because as you can see, price has now taken out this high on the left right here. But if you look left, what's price just tapped into on the 15-minute time frame, as you can see we do have this order block area right here. And to some people you'll be thinking we want to target those Asian highs because we have relatively equal highs right here, and it's also a session high. You do have to keep in mind this order block area right here with this set of liquidity. So guys, make sure you go ahead and join the Signal Zoom if you haven't already. $30 a month. I'm trying to make it as affordable as possible for everyone, but the value in here is absolutely insane, so make sure you go ahead and join. I'll be hosting more exclusive live webinars in the Signal Zoom, and don't forget guys, guys, the course will be coming out very soon. I've also been working on the private Discord for the course. That's all for today's video, guys. Make sure you go ahead and join the free community for some more free source. I'm also going to be sharing a few free signals in here, so make sure you go ahead and join, take advantage of this. All the links will be down in the description below. That's all for today's video, guys. Make sure you like, comment and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.